Hi, and welcome to The Real Deal with Deb. Being born into dysfunctional generational trauma, I know too well the effects it can have in all the different areas of our life. So I decided to create a space to support women of all ages where we can grow together while sharing personal and entrepreneurial lessons learned through authentic connection, love, and laughter. After 30 plus years of building a successful business as a REMAX realtor while studying emotional intelligence skills throughout my career and life, I now want to help support other women and empower them to tap into their own emotional intelligence skills. Hey, it's Deb, and thanks for stopping on by. Today I thought I'd talk about real estate. Well, better yet, being a realtor. I've been a realtor for over 30 years now, and definitely have learned a lot of different people skills, the ups and downs throughout the career, especially for anyone that's listening that's thinking about getting their license. Now, many years ago, I guess 35 years ago, when I started, there was no technology. You had to go door knocking, use the phone in order to try to get business. Because let's be honest, your friends and family are only going to, carry you so far. Now, at 26, I didn't know what I was doing at all. I was eager, excited, full of, okay, let me at her, I can learn. And the first year was really challenging and disappointing, simply because there was no, support in the sense of, all that's available now in teaching, how to create rapport with people, how to sell without being salesy, right? So I'll share a little story with you. Again, when I first got into it, you get hired on, no problem, because the company's got nothing to lose. Either you're going to make it or you won't be able to afford to stay in it. But it was, there's your cubicle, there's the phone, and the phone book. Well, needless to say, after hours and hours of doing it that way, I would feel depleted, oh my God, this is never gonna work. People were annoyed, obviously, they don't know you, you're calling them and asking them for business. So I quickly learned the importance of building a rapport with people. Think about it. If somebody calls you up and says, hey, I want you to buy something, or I want you to use me for something in business, you're going to say, look, I don't know you, and why would I even use you? So that was lesson number one it taught me. And then, through my career, I watched and learned from the people that surrounded me. I eventually went over to a REMAX, which again, most REMAX agents are very professional and on the go, and have a lot of skill sets that I didn't. So I observed people that were successful, and then I created my own style and just carried on. I realized that connection was important, to meet people face to face. I did many open houses at the beginning of my career, just for the opportunity to meet people face to face, make an impression, let them know I'm there, and how I could help them. Now, I must say though, being a realtor is not for people that like a set routine, because that's just not going to happen. You're on call all the time. You're working weekends usually. The only way you can take a break or vacation is you get one of your colleagues to take over while you're away. And that's fine, but that also, means that you could lose some commission, some money while you're away, and that's just part of the business. Or, if you never take time away, you would just eventually burn out. You just wouldn't be able to continue. I've loved being a realtor for most of my 30 plus years. There's always days, we all have them, and I don't think it matters what you do, that you're going to have more stress, more dealings of things not coming together. And that's just part of the business. I've learned a lot about having patience, being able to, really listen. Listening is, again, an important skill, that you're not jumping in too quickly, that you're not listening to what your client's needs are or what they really like. And again, it's up to you as a realtor to educate them to the market conditions, what's available in the areas that they can afford to buy in. The old saying is location is everything. Well, it is. Even if you buy something that's run down a bit, that needs work, and it's going to take time and money, but you're better off to buy a better location if you can do a lot of the work yourself, right? That would save you some money, and it's only going to add even more value. Now, as far as building a business, I think that really it takes, again, a lot of patience. You've got to really love working with people for the most part. I will admit, I did meet a few along the way that I thought, okay, we're not a good fit. There are some people in life, as we know, there's just no pleasing them. And I just don't work well with those type of people. So, I think we make the mistake being in sales sometimes that we feel that we have to take what people put out, and again, our job, or my job as a realtor, is to handle people's stresses to the best of my ability, because that's why, or part of why, we get paid, is to try to make it less stressful in all the ways that we can, to negotiate on their behalf, whether you're selling or buying. So at the end of the day, it's really about knowing people, building that rapport, going above and beyond people's expectations, because I'll tell you, there's nothing better than getting referrals as you build your business. Now, again, it's, you're an entrepreneur. Please don't think you're going to jump into it, unless, I guess, a lot of people, and make a lot of money right off the bat, because it usually takes a few years of hard work, working lots of hours, and being really dedicated to learning about the business, learning how to negotiate, learning people skills. Because I'll be honest, I think that any business, it's a human industry. If you don't know people, if you don't communicate well with people, or don't have the skills for really listening and reading in between the lines, well, it may not be for you, right? Some of us like that routine. I know my husband's one. He, worked for CN for many years. He knew the hours he was working. He knew what paycheck he was going to get at the end of the day, and he was happy with that. Now, speaking of paychecks, I should talk to you about that. As you're aware, or maybe not, you don't get paid until after the house closes. So if you got your license, you sold a home, right away, you're not going to get any money for 2 to 3 months until it closes. So keep that in mind. I think I would advise anybody that's thinking about getting into real estate, have a nest egg, have money behind you, because right off the bat, in Ontario here, anyways, in Canada, you're looking at approximately $5,000 just to get started. Between your courses, your education courses, your board fees, you have to get signs, like just marketing materials. So keep it in mind. I've really enjoyed, for the most part, what I've done all these years. High energy is a bonus. I definitely have had, a lot of high energy over the years. I'm getting older now, so my energy level is, lowering a bit. But all in all, I still do love helping people. And I think that if you sincerely are, putting your clients' needs first, or anybody that's in business, you're putting your people's needs first, it'll come back tenfold. And that's what helps, develop a successful business. I hope you've liked what I've shared, And again, appreciate you stopping by, keeping it real as always, and have a great rest of your day. Thanks again for taking some time out of your day to spend it with me. If there's a topic you'd like me to discuss, please reach out at therealdealwithdeb@gmail.com. If you've enjoyed this episode, I'd really appreciate it if you left me a review. And as always, keeping it real. Until next time.